NBA Today, Kuminga is miserable in GSW. Shams reports Warriors and Kuminga at breaking point. The Golden State Warriors have long been the gold standard of NBA excellence, but now, cracks in the dynasty are becoming impossible to ignore. According to Shams Charania, one of the league's most trusted insiders, Jonathan Kuminga is miserable with the Warriors, and the situation between the young forward and the organization has reached a breaking point. The news, delivered on NBA Today, has sent shockwaves across the basketball world, raising questions about Golden State's future and its ability to balance championship ambition with player development. When the Warriors selected Kuminga with the 7th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, the expectation was clear. He would become the bridge from the Steph Curry era to whatever came next. At just 21 years old, Kuminga still represents untapped potential, elite athleticism, defensive versatility, and a scoring arsenal that flashes star-level upside. Yet, despite his talent, he has struggled to find consistency in Steve Kerr's rotation, leaving him disillusioned with his role and his standing within the franchise. Shams' reporting paints the picture of a player who no longer believes he has a clear path in Golden State. While Kuminga has had stretches where he looked like a breakout star, those moments have often been cut short by reduced playing time, sudden benchings, or a lack of trust from the coaching staff. For a young player trying to establish himself, the constant back and forth has been mentally draining. Sources close to him have described his frustration as reaching a boiling point, and now, the Warriors' leadership must face a difficult choice. The tension stems from Golden State's dual priorities. On one hand, the Warriors are still trying to maximize what's left of Steph Curry's prime. On the other hand, they are expected to develop the next generation of talent that will eventually carry the franchise forward. Kuminga embodies this dilemma perfectly. He's too talented to be ignored, but his development has often taken a back seat to the franchise's short-term championship pursuits. For a player who was promised a central role in shaping the future, that reality has been hard to swallow. On NBA Today, Shams explained that Kuminga's unhappiness is not just about minutes but also about trust and opportunity. This has been building for a while, he said. Kuminga feels like the Warriors haven't given him the platform to grow, and the organization is worried about how his frustration could impact the locker room dynamic. That statement alone highlights just how delicate the situation has become. For Golden State, this isn't just a player management issue, it's a franchise-defining crossroads. Trading Kuminga could bring back pieces that help Curry chase one more title, but it would also mean giving up on a player many believe has all-star potential. On the flip side, keeping him while his unhappiness festers could poison team chemistry and make it even harder to compete at the highest level. It's a no-win situation unless the Warriors can find a middle ground, something that has eluded them so far. Fans have also taken notice. Social media has erupted with debates about whether Kuminga deserves more freedom or whether he should be traded to a team where his talents would be unleashed. Many point to other young stars from his draft class who are thriving in bigger roles, arguing that Kuminga has been held back by a system unwilling to let him grow through mistakes. Others counter that Golden State's system has always been about sacrifice and discipline, and Kuminga needs to prove he can adapt before being handed the keys. No matter which side of the debate you fall on, the reality is undeniable. The Warriors and Kuminga are at a breaking point. The team's front office has reportedly begun weighing its options, from reshaping the rotation to potentially exploring trade scenarios. Each decision carries enormous consequences, not just for this season, but for the long-term trajectory of the franchise. The Warriors' dynasty was built on trust, culture, and chemistry. But as Shams reported, Jonathan Kuminga's misery now threatens to unravel that fabric. If Golden State cannot resolve this rift, they risk losing more than just a talented young forward, they risk losing their grip on the future. The next steps from the Warriors' front office could define whether this dynasty transitions into a new era of success or collapses under the weight of its own contradictions.